Hello, friends. I am Angie, and I have not been here for many weeks, and you may have noticed that. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update and also hopefully bring through a teaching for you since I have not been able to do that. For those of you that are not aware or do not follow me on other platforms, I did have an accident about 2.5 weeks ago. And this accident really has left me in a place of needing a lot of alone, quiet time and recovery. So, if you didn't know, I was an avid mountain biker and have been mountain biking for probably the last 4 years and not super crazy extreme stuff, but I would do a couple things that were a little risky, according to other people on a bike. And I had decided to ride my bike with some friends a few weeks ago, like I always do. And I had a really bad wreck. Now, the thing is I have no memory at all of what happened. I lost memory of a lot of days prior to the wreck, and I also have no idea what happened during the wreck. I am told some stories, though, about what happened throughout that process. And I had some friends that were with me in the hospital that took some recordings of what was going on. And I have listened to those recordings of myself and am completely shocked at how well I'm actually doing compared to where I was when I had the accident. So I am still recovering from a very severe concussion. And when I had the wreck, like I said, I don't know, I did hit my head. There, I was shown the helmet that I was wearing. So yes, I had a helmet on. And there was a crack here in the back of my head. And I also had a scrape across the side of my face, and then the left side of my body was scraped up. I have no idea how I hurt both sides of my body in the accident. Um, from my perspective, the only thing that I do have in my mind was a very faint vision of a wooden bridge. So I don't know if I fell off the wooden bridge and landed on my head or if something else happened. I have no memory at all, and I was alone when it happened. So I can't tell you what took place, but I do know a miracle happened after this accident because I somehow was able to get back on my bicycle and ride it to get help from my friend. And when I went to get help from my friend was able to notice that I was not conscious or coherent of what I was doing and was able to get me to the ER. Another miracle that happened in the middle of this is I had no recollection or memory, but I did text a couple of my friends to let them know that I was on my way to the ER. And one of these friends actually showed up at the ER and spent the entire night with me there. And this is the friend that did record what was happening for me. So, just so you know, I did not have any awareness of where I was. I didn't have any awareness of who I was. I didn't have any memories about my life. I knew about two or three things about myself, and over time I have been recovering some thoughts and memories. I'm still pretty emotional from this accident because it did scare me a great deal to not have access to my thoughts or my brain at all for at least 8 hours. And when I came back into my body and I started to function again, um, the thought of ever being normal again really has been on my mind a lot. I am processing much slower than I was prior to the accident. And I feel different. I feel like a different person. I'm not sure what all took place, and I haven't been doing a lot of things the last few weeks to allow my brain to heal. And even doing this video is a little difficult for me because looking at a screen is hard. However, I have been able to do a few psychic sessions or healing sessions with people. And if you've had one with me while I have been in recovery, Thank you for your patience and how I'm working with you because I am moving a little bit slower and processing a little bit slower than I did before my accident. I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so today is August 5th. I will be seeing a doctor tomorrow to see how I'm doing, and I'm hopeful for continued progression. Now, on the spiritual side of this, I do feel like this happens for a reason. I don't have insight yet on why it happened, other than I trust the universe, I trust the divine, and this has really given me a lot of time to do inner reflection and looking deeper into my own heart as far as how I show up in this world, my gifts, my abilities, what I'm teaching, how I teach it, the people that I get to interact with here through my videos or other social media. Like, I take this very serious and I want to show up as my most authentic, pure, whole self. And it's been hard not to show up for you all as I've been working to show up for myself. But I do think this is going to give me a greater quality of love and an ability to be present with all of those that I serve. And that is my goal always, is to be completely authentically and be in the energy of love with all I do. In that, I have done a lot of reflecting on my spiritual connections and my gifts and how I want to proceed with my channeling, with my psychic abilities, with my mediumship, and with my spiritual teachings. And I do know that those will continue to be a part of my life. I just am not 100% sure how that will happen moving forward. I am continually being told by my spirit team to rest, to wait, to be patient, and that's really hard for me. So I am taking a little bit more time, probably another week or maybe several weeks to do some more inner reflection. I'm just spending a lot of time in meditation, a lot of time focusing on my brain being quiet and healed, and in that, receiving insights and messages about the next steps for myself. So I ask that you be patient with me as I go through this journey, and I hope that you will continue to walk it with me. Uh, Whatever you feel led to do, I respect that. If you feel like this is not for me and I need to move on, then I completely understand that. And um, if you're here to go to long haul with me, I am so very grateful for you as well. And I just hope that what I come with and I'm learning about myself can help you understand how beautiful and valuable and worthy you are as well. Because um, sometimes hard things happen. We're humans. And understanding how to get through the hard things is how we manage staying connected to our inner truth, even when we don't understand or things don't make sense to us. And I'm doing a lot of reflecting on that as well. Like, I know people that have had these types of accidents or um, some other kind of accident that didn't come out of it the way I am coming out of mine, and working through understanding why I get to be functional like I am and why other people don't. And that's a heavy thing to hold when you are healing from a severe brain injury and also seeing other people that are not able to heal from that. So I do think this is going to give me a lot of understanding of how to relate with other humans and how to better serve humanity as a whole. I have this really cool teaching that I was going to get on today and talk to you about, but I am not feeling like I'm supposed to share that with you today. I feel like there's something in just what I'm saying that is the lesson. And maybe the lesson is to be more kind to yourself as I'm learning to be more kind to myself, and to not push yourself to perform or to be anything. You know, I had this thought come to me through this process of healing the other day where I was thinking, gosh, I want to show up, I want to do teachings, I want to do what I was doing. And it's not that I was out of alignment or doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing before the accident. It's that I think that the reflection that I want to give to the world is something I have to embody as well. And the embodiment of self-love and the embodiment of self-compassion and gentleness and allowing space just to be real is one of the biggest lessons. And I've told my communities that I work with, my Ascension members and my healer circle, and even some of my private clients that I work with, I have not been okay. I am still not really okay. And that's okay to not be okay. And when you're more honest with yourself about not being okay is when you actually can start becoming okay. A lot of times we spend time resisting things that are popping up in our lives or pains or experiences and gaslighting ourselves on how difficult the situation really is. And when you just let yourself acknowledge being a human really is hard. You could be the greatest spiritual teacher and the greatest connected being on earth. You could be walking as Jesus. You could be a master teacher. You could be an Octarian starseed, such as myself, and still have human things that happen. And it doesn't take away the value that we each have when we go through something hard. It just is a reflection moment that we get to have where we get to understand ourselves on a deeper level. And then that gives us a deeper understanding of other people and humanity as a whole. Because the greatest lesson I've learned in my whole journey is that love is all that truly does matter. And we're not here to be spiritual or act spiritual or develop spirituality or our gifts or anything. We're here just to be our authentic self. And as long as we are seeking to be ourselves in the most authentic version that we can be, that is spiritual. That is us connecting to the divine within. And if I have any teachings to reflect back to you through this traumatic event, this brain trauma that I've been going through, is that you deserve the compassion and love that you give to other people. And so, in the reflection of this and to end, I just want to guide you to spend just a moment, just for maybe the next 30 seconds, to close your eyes and ask your higher self, please reveal yourself to me. And just breathe and feel the truth of your divine essence, the love of your true identity, the part of you that is always connected to source energy, God, the part of you that never diminishes, never leaves, never changes, the part of you that guides you in this human experience. And just allow yourself to feel a little bit more deep connection with that, the essence of your truth, your higher self. We go through this life so often forgetting to connect with ourselves. So in that, I want to leave that teaching with you that we might spend a lot of time trying to get a hold of spirit guides or talk to the aliens or learn a spiritual truth or a gift. But the greatest gift that you have is yourself and the connection to your higher self. And the more you know that part of you, all the other things just come into alignment and you don't have to work as hard to do that. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching it if you've stayed this long. And I hope to be back in the next couple weeks. I don't know if I will do more teachings in the next week or so. It's going to be dependent on how my brain feels and the recovery time. Like even doing a video like this, I already know, like I'm probably going to have to go take a nap just from being here on the video with you for this short time. But just know that my thoughts are with you. I'm thinking about all of you and I love all of you. So I hope that you all have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. I send you all the universal love. Namaste.